You've probably heard the claim before. Eat breakfast early to reset your metabolism. Skipping breakfast breaks your circadian rhythm. But at the same time, you hear the opposite, that skipping breakfast helps with fat loss. So which is it? Does a 7 a.m. breakfast really synchronize your body clock, or is breakfast timing overrated? Here's the problem. Your body doesn't run on calories alone. It runs on time. Every cell in your body follows a circadian rhythm, a 24-hour clock that controls hormones, metabolism, digestion, and energy use. And this clock isn't set only by light and sleep. It's also set by when you eat. In an ideal rhythm, your body expects food early in the day. Insulin sensitivity is highest in the morning. Metabolic enzymes are primed to process nutrients efficiently. Eating early sends a strong signal. It's daytime, it's safe to use energy, but modern habits often disrupt this signal. When breakfast is skipped, the body doesn't simply burn more fat. Instead, circadian signaling becomes blurred. Hormones that rely on timing, insulin, cortisol, melatonin, and hunger hormones, lose their rhythm. The body struggles to distinguish between active hours and rest hours. Research shows that early eating helps synchronize metabolic clocks across tissues like the liver, muscle, and fat. A morning meal acts as a timing cue, reinforcing the body's internal schedule. When that cue is missing, peripheral clocks fall out of sync with the brain's master clock. Metabolism becomes fragmented rather than coordinated. Energy use becomes less efficient, even if calories don't change. Skipping breakfast also alters hunger signaling later in the day. Without a clear morning signal, appetite hormones shift toward the evening. Hunger increases at night. Cravings intensify. Late-day eating becomes more likely, exactly when insulin sensitivity is lower. This creates a metabolic mismatch. Late eating isn't just about timing. It affects how calories are handled. Calories consumed late are more likely to be stored rather than burned. Blood sugar control worsens. Fat storage increases, particularly in visceral fat tissue. Over time, this pattern is associated with higher obesity risk, even without overeating. Meanwhile, cortisol plays a role. In a healthy rhythm, cortisol peaks in the morning and falls throughout the day. Skipping breakfast can blunt this rhythm, keeping cortisol elevated longer. Elevated cortisol interferes with insulin signaling and promotes fat storage. The body remains in a semi-stress state, unsure whether it should burn energy or conserve it. This is why the body doesn't respond well to chronic breakfast skipping for many people. It's not that skipping breakfast is inherently bad. It's that skipping the timing signal repeatedly confuses metabolic regulation. The body thrives on predictability. Most people think breakfast is about calories, but breakfast is actually about communication. An early meal tells your metabolism when the day begins. It synchronizes hormonal rhythms and prepares the body to handle energy efficiently. Without that signal, metabolism becomes reactive instead of proactive. This doesn't mean everyone needs a large breakfast. It means timing matters more than size. A small, protein-forward morning meal can be enough to anchor circadian rhythm. What matters is consistency and alignment with daylight hours. When eating shifts earlier, something interesting happens. Appetite stabilizes. Late-night cravings diminish. Blood sugar becomes easier to control. Fat loss feels less forced, not because calories dropped, but because metabolism is working in rhythm again. The resolution is simple but powerful. Early eating helps align metabolic clocks. Late eating disrupts them. Breakfast doesn't magically reset metabolism, but it reinforces circadian order, which metabolism depends on. Skipping breakfast repeatedly weakens that order and may increase long-term obesity risk. The body isn't confused by food quantity. It's confused by poor timing. When meals align with the body's internal clock, hormones cooperate, metabolism runs efficiently, and weight regulation becomes easier. So does a 7 a.m. breakfast reset your circadian rhythm? Not by itself, but it sends a strong signal that your metabolism understands. And in biology, clear signals matter more than rules.